What's up guys, back with another video. Mine's Richard, you are watching Richard Perfect, and today guys, I'm showing you episode 4 of Disaster Strikes, and apparently I couldn't do one yesterday because it took a bit long to draw and I was outside, so I do apologize for that, but so yeah, let's start. So this ferry, it was a ferry. Apparently it sank with its doors open. And it sank very fast, and in the garage, the vehicles, the vehicles that go in the ferry, they also are smashing against the wall, and yeah, it was just like that. So the ship took turns to the left and the right about 90 degrees or 70. No, about 70 degrees left and right. And you couldn't steer it to the regular way. It was just literally like impossible. So what they did is the captain told a crew member to head downstairs and see what happened, and he saw that there was lots of water. All he did was just peek, and then he went upstairs to try and get the nearest telephone. It wasn't answering. But going back all the way to the captain, it could be a long way, and the water could already be up the stairs. So he had to call them, but he couldn't. So then he went to the captain's, which is a lot more far away. And yeah, also the ship sank 20 minutes into the ride. Yeah, typically that's what happened, and now I will tell you why this disaster happened. So, if we look on the back, I will tell you why all this happened. Okay, so first of all, the last crew member of the ship was the man who operates the cars, like who passes the cars in the ship. He was the last person, and then the captain, he contacted the person who's supposed to close the doors but he was asleep. So that means the doors were open the whole time. But the captain, he didn't act seriously to this. What should have happened was he said, like, copy that or something like Roger. Well, he didn't respond because he was sleeping. So then apparently the captain, he took no notice that he didn't respond back, and he typically just went carrying on with what he was doing. So he was asleep and he couldn't hear on the telephone. So the doors were open and they were going 18.5 knots, the max speed, because he wanted to be on time, which caused the waves to go in the ship. But still, that doesn't explain why so much water came in. Well, with this ferry, it was a bit different. and there were no compartments. On the other ferries, they had 3 compartments. On this one, they were all missing, which meant the water could go any way it wants to go. Upstairs, downstairs, anywhere. So that meant that the water could go to the passenger deck. And yeah, that was typically why. So typically they left the door open. The captain, he got 6 months prison. The operator for the cars, he got 1 year because he was the last one to come up the stairs. The person who was supposed to close the doors, the man, he was supposed to stay besides the doors and see if he's doing everything right. He apparently went up. He was the last one, which led the person asleep. He was the last one to enter the deck, but he was asleep. So you see, the person who was asleep, he managed to escape prison. So, not escape, but he managed to not go in prison, which is very lucky for him. But he had a fine. He had to pay money, but yeah. So, anyways, that's why this happened. All this happened. So, the doors were left open, and they were going 18 knots, 18.5 knots, the max speed to be on time, because, and plus, before they were boarding, on the top deck, where the cars, so the back of the top deck, it was too high, so the captain had to he had to pump water in the ship 1 meter, so the ship could go 1 meter down. So that meant more water could go because he was 1 meter more down than he was supposed to be, because there wasn't enough space, you know? Like, it's supposed to be like a bridge, but the ship was too high, so he dumped water in it, and that caused the ship 1 meter down than normal. That's typically it. I hope you like, subscribe, maybe even comment down below. If YouTube doesn't let me have comments so far on all of them, no one could comment, sadly. But yeah, if it happens on this video, you can comment if you want. You don't have to, but yeah. So, anyways, that's the end of this video. And so yeah, bye.